We are live once again. I mean, I've always been alive, but I'm going live. And today is gigs and hustles. So we're talking side gigs, side hustles, part-time jobs, part-time careers, part-time businesses. All that amounts to AKA marketing. Because that's all I do as a small business right now is market. My name is Ian Hopfey. There's my name down in the corner. I am an HR consultant and Indigenous Relations consultant. And this is my face. As Aussie Man Reviews says, here's my face. But he says it in a cool Australian accent. I can't do the Australian accent. No, he's Australian. He's Aussie. Aussie Man. um, anyway, with me, as always, is my wife in the background, so you'll hear her now and again mocking me. Heckle. She prefers the term heckle. Is that a heckle bird? Is that a heckle bird? Is that... Nah, it doesn't sound as good. Mockingbird sounds better. I just want to go make sure we are live in all the appropriate places because I have a healthy distrust of technology. We're good on Facebook and looks like we're good on LinkedIn. And let's see, how are we doing on the YouTube? YouTube is good. We are good to go. YouTube is my way of saying YouTube. Sorry if that threw anyone off. Where's my program? And of course, the streaming program I'm using for all my streams right now is restream.io. No, I'm not getting any money for saying that. I just think it's a really easy, nifty tool for me, a Gen Xer or a Zennial between like 1977 and 1983 were the Zennials. So I had tried a different streaming tool like 2 months ago or a month and a half ago, and it was really difficult. It was really confusing. I mean, I was able to download the program and put it on my computer, but it totally confused me. And I'm still learning stuff with Restream, but it was a lot easier. It's browser based, so I have my web browser open and everything is built into the browser, and it's kind of neat. And if I want to share, I just open a different browser window or open up my program or whatever if I'm sharing a Word doc or something like that. It's really easy to share. Let's see. Let's put on the ask your questions in the comments. If you have any questions or comments, today's topic, of course, is gigs and hustles, side gigs, side hustles, whatever you're doing to make that extra money, or maybe you're starting to build your business. Let's chat. Let's talk about that. And because I'm going through the exact same stuff. I'm learning the exact same stuff that you guys need at the same time. Right? We're small businesses. Let's chat. What are you doing? What's working? What's cost effective? Right? So, I was going to check on something, but I've completely forgotten. I wonder if there's a whiteboard option that lets me write stuff. What's this plus button? I'm going to press this plus button here. I don't know what it does. Presentation, video storage, screen share, image, extra camera. Extra camera. Cool extra camera. Local video. RTMP source. Okay. I guess I could just open a Word doc. Maybe I'll do that. I want to talk about, I know I've probably talked about it on previous Gigs and Hustles lives, but I think, yeah, let's talk about it some more. What I'm doing right now. I'll share my screen. Un moment, s'il vous plaît, mon collègue va vous aider. Yes, that is all the French I know. I used to work for the federal government and I was at reception for some time, and I had to say that in French. If someone started to speak to me in French, because I don't speak fluent French. On a good day, I can barely speak regular English, let alone bad English. So here, let's get started. Let's share this window. It is a Word document I put together. Oh, do I want that little guy in the corner for this? Is that what I want? Or do I want this? Or do I want this? Or do I want this? This is what I've been doing? It's weird though. I'll show the chat. And it moves me. Oh my god, it moves that second window. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Let's see if I can adjust the window a little bit to make it bigger. So that's showing about a half page of Word doc. So we'll go through that. Yay. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is called the 333 Challenge. How to drive free traffic to your business. Now I'm kind of I created this just so I can give it away for free, essentially. And of course, it's version 1.1, and I've been updating it. And the reasoning for this, number one, well, these are the steps. I'm posting to social media 3 times per day for 30 days for 3 months. And that is to give me enough length to see if my topics and my type of videos actually resonate, and actually I'm there long enough that I get the traction. I allowed the algorithms time to learn what I'm doing and to realize that I am a frequent poster. You know, I'm not somebody who posts once a week or even once a day. I'm posting multiple times a day, and hopefully the algorithms say, hey, this guy's producing content, so let's make sure we show this content because he's consistently showing it. So really, it's like I'm jump-starting my business, I'm jump-starting my marketing with this challenge. And now I have here number 2, choose one social media website with the best chances of having your target market. I'm an HR consultant doing B2B, so I've chosen LinkedIn. So this is already updated, right? I need it updated because I've already changed this since I wrote this because I've chosen LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube for live streams, and what else am I doing? I'm doing And LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok for my shorts. Yeah, I think that's where I'm sending some to. I'm hitting all the same ones. I was gonna do Instagram, but this program, Restream.io, is not allowing me to post my shorts to Instagram. I can live stream to Instagram if I want, but the version of Restream I have only allows me to do 3 social media platforms, and I did choose the 3 platforms that I feel are most relevant to my business-to-business clientele in HR. So choose the social media websites with the best chance of having your target market. I'm an HR consultant doing B2B, so I've chosen LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube for live streams, and LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok for my shorts. Now, the cool thing is when I do a live stream, this Restream program is very neat. It auto-generates, if you pay the upgraded version, it auto-generates up to 5 shorts, and it snips out the shorts for you. And you could just upload them, and it uploads automatically to those. So I upload to LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok for all my shorts, and it does it automatically. I've integrated those social medias into this program. My advice, though, if you're using Restream, make sure you go in and you listen to your short, and you go in, you get used to the little editing tool. It's a little bit slow when you make trims on the content, but that's fine. It's got the full editing suite in there. You can change the shape and what sections of the screen you want it to share, and it is very cool. It is very cool, but definitely go in and edit them to make sure those shorts are right. Sometimes they put in a title that isn't quite on topic for that video, so make sure you go in and you edit the title just as you're choosing which social media to upload to. But my God, I paid for 100 shorts for the month. I think I've already used up over 50, but we're already more than halfway through the month, and I'm just using them. And every live is creating this additional content for me. If you don't want to sit there and watch for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours on my live, that's fine. I'm getting you some highlights in my shorts. So that's I said highlights in my shorts. Sorry, terrible humor. Anyway, so that was number 2. Number 3, after 3 months, I may stay with LinkedIn or change to other platforms. I may stay with these platforms or change to others, depending on my results. So it's always about kind of that guessing and testing to see what's really hitting. Like I might not get any responses whatsoever on Facebook, and that might be a complete waste of my time. So why am I live streaming to Facebook? Let's change it up. Let's go to something else. Now, I did choose LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube also because I can do the widescreen. And right now I am preferring that for the live streaming model. So that's why I'm not live streaming to TikTok right now or to Instagram right now, because it's recommended that you use the skinny, the portrait instead of the landscape. So that's kind of one reason why I'm doing it this way. Now, I think I want to add something extra here. So number 2 is concentrate on video content when possible. I think that's important because a lot of the streaming services are kind of favoring video content. So if you can put out consistent video content, then you're gonna get a little leg up. And it's easier to create. I've spent a lot of time writing blogs, and each blog post takes me a long time, right? I'm doing the outline, and then I'm filling it in and fleshing it out, and then doing the reviews and finally posting it, and just hoping Google and the other search engines find it, right? And it's hard. It's kind of a hard slog. If you enjoy writing and that's your passion, absolutely do it that way, and you can do the written content instead. Find out what the max posts are for written content on your favorite social media and do it. I know on LinkedIn you can create an article, so you can have these massive long posts and create these massive articles, and that might be a good way and a good alternative to just blogging alone. If you do have your own website and you're blogging, I would say continue blogging, but put the same post on LinkedIn, or put a shorter version of it and say finish the rest of this on my blog, right? But you definitely want to be putting like 1,000 words onto the LinkedIn article before you cut it off. Give it some meat, something big to trigger on. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, I've already made changes, so I'm gonna put this to version 1.2. So basically every 3 months I'm going to reevaluate what's going on, but I've also been adding stuff as I go, right? Concentrate on video content when possible. Do a live stream often. Do a live stream at least weekly, I would say. Use this for additional content, for short video content. Use this for short video content creation. Right? And then you can take those snippets, those shorts, those reels, and post them onto your other social media. And if you have a program like Restream, it's done automatically. Or it helps you like 95%, and you know, that's a big time saver. Oh, speed up this. So definitely use some sort of software if you can. These are things I'm learning as we go. And there's something else that I've been toying with, or it's been in the back of my mind, actually for years and years. At one point, I called it like scatterbomb marketing, and you basically just throw content up on every social media you can. And then I started learning. My favorite big sister just joined, and she's upset she missed the first part, I think, and now she's gonna have to watch from the beginning later. No, Joy, I've just been updating this my sheet for my 333 challenge I'm doing, and I've just made some updates here, and I'm just working through more updates. And this challenge is going to help small business owners or people working a side gig or a side hustle to do the hard marketing part that nobody likes to do. And this 333 challenge should supercharge a business if done right. It should. We'll see. This is my first time through. So I just added this number 3 here. Do a live stream at least weekly. Use this for short video content creation. Use streaming software like restream.io to speed up this process. And because these shorts, they're all clipped into the portrait format. They're great for Reels and TikToks and YouTube Shorts, right? Because they're the different format. Any other place that has that sort of format will benefit from that. So you're not necessarily like me. You're not getting your live streams everywhere. I'm getting my live streams just to LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. But for TikTok, I'm only doing the shorts that the Restream is creating. Or this next thing I'm about to tell you. I was talking about my old idea. This is from the late 2000s. I was thinking some sort of scatterbomb marketing where you just market everywhere. And that proved to be hard. And I couldn't keep up with it because it was individually posting. But now this software allows me to post everywhere all at once. And I'm just like, whoa, I'm hitting at least 4 social media platforms right now. I was going to start hitting the Twitter X. I don't want to call it X. Anyway, I was going to hit Twitter also. But in order for you to live stream or post onto Twitter from restream.io, Twitter says you must have a paid account or a verified account. So that means you got to pay monthly or whatever for it. So I've kind of opted out of that right now. And I'm kind of currently in the market. I'm kind of turned off by Twitter with all its changes and its new owner. I'm not excited about that platform right now, except once upon a time it was a great platform, and I'm still tempted to try to make it work. So despite my grievances. But what I'm getting at with the scatterbomb marketing, I watched a Gary Vee video, I think it was yesterday, and he talked about posting 365 days. He talked about posting 365 days a year and just committing to making sure you post at least once every day. But it's not necessarily a post that's on topic. Now we hear about you gotta market, you gotta niche down, you gotta only hit your brand and your clients or whatever, right? But Gary Vee's leaning towards, let's expand that market a little bit, because you might post about, like your cat one day. Like, I posted a video this morning. Sorry, my wife's coughing away over there. Like, I posted about my cat sitting on my work chair here this morning. I took a little video over, and I can't remember where I posted it. I think I posted it to LinkedIn. Maybe it was to TikTok. I know I posted it somewhere. And I think I was supposed to post it to a few other places. And my cat sitting on my work chair has nothing to do with HR, nothing to do with Indigenous Relations, nothing to do with any of these topics of my live streams. It's just a random cat video. And we know everybody loves cat videos. And I had my cat come up on the desk one time, and I had my camera I had my phone just off to the side, and I was filming with my phone. And Chan the cat turned her bum towards the camera mid-recording, and we ended up seeing the cat bum. And I was like, kitty bum, kitty bum. And that video actually had a really good response. But it had nothing to do with what I do. But those people that saw that video might also be interested in HR or what I'm selling or doing. So that's the beauty of kind of going viral. It's not necessarily in your niche, just specific to your topic. It is about trying to just get your image, get your content out to as many people as possible. Because someone who's interested in cat videos is going to be interested in HR or Indigenous Relations or any other topic that you might be talking about. So that's the purpose of doing the 365 challenge, is to post something totally random just in your life. It doesn't have to be something fancy or something like Gary Vee was talking about. Oh, if you saw a hot dog stand outside your office, go take a 5-second video of it and go post that, right? Like, it's got nothing to do with your work or your brand or anything like that. But there's a lot of people that like hot dog stands, right? So they'll see this hot dog video from you, and they'll be like, oh, that's some professional. Oh, he does this. Oh, I'm interested in that, right? There's that small chance that you could get a new follower that might turn into a client. So kind of don't be scared to reach out. I think we've spent a lot of time narrowing our niches down, and when you're in the context of creating a blog, yes, it needs to be that way, because the website that you're posting on needs to create an authority for a topic, and you need to get that authority and start getting traffic before you expand your topic too much. Sorry, I had to burp and cough, and then at the same time my wife had to cough. She's just copying me, just a big cougher. She put her arm up to cough again, but then didn't cough. She gave me the finger. This is a PG show, for fuck's sakes. God. Anyway. Just gray in my beard. I'm gonna pluck that gray out. Anyway, I see that Joy commented again. She said she never liked Twitter, but her wife is mainly on there for daily news. And that was that was mainly me also. When I was really into Twitter, I got the news faster, world events faster on Twitter than anywhere else, because I wouldn't just be looking at my CBC app or whatever, right? I'd be getting news from all over the world instantly as things were happening. It was actually very exciting, and I think dangerous for my mental health. Um, Once upon a time, I used to watch CBC News World. I think this happened sometime after 9/11, because I kind of slept in late on 9/11 and didn't learn about what was happening in the world or in New York at the time until a little bit later. I think just as I turned on the news, the second tower had just fallen. So I'd kind of missed this whole run up to it, and I feel like I missed world events. So I started watching CBC News World all the time. I'd come home from work and I'd just put it on, and it would be on until I decided to watch a movie or something. And it wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy for me, man. Like, watching the news all the time, it wasn't healthy. And I think Twitter it's stopped doing that for me. The changes that Elon had done to Twitter, it didn't make it a platform that did the news for me properly. So I think that's where I'm still like, should I use Twitter? I don't know, right? And I think that's valid. If you don't like a certain social platform, don't use it. You don't have to. You don't have to be pressured into it just because everyone's on Facebook or everybody's on TikTok. You don't have to be there if you don't like it. Choose what you want to use. But the point of all this is that posting to social media, the act of doing it, is free. So you can do it for free, very little cost. Now, I am paying for Restream, and I upgraded the version of it, so there's a cost for me. But you don't have to. You can do it manually, all yourself. The 365 challenge, right? It's kind of, I feel like I should integrate it into my 333 challenge. Should be 333 365 challenge. I'm gonna say number 6, bonus. Do the 365 random content posting challenge. I don't even know what to call it. Do the 365 random posting challenge. Post random video content every day. Post, I'm gonna say one random video content every day for 365 days. This will allow you to reach more diverse following. This may allow you to reach a broader audience. Oh, right. So bonus, take the 365 random content posting challenge. Post one random video content every day for 365 days. This may allow you to reach a broader audience. I think that's great. I think that's a great addition. It's all the same stuff. It just allows you to reach that broader audience, and I'm already trying to do something like that because I've chosen a different topic each day. Mondays is HR, Tuesdays is Indigenous Relations. That's my work. Wednesday, today, gigs and side hustles. Basically, I'm talking about how I'm building my small business and how you could build your small business. Thursdays is Career Club. That's also me because I'm in HR. I've seen the resumes on that employer side, and I want to be able to help people in their job search. So that's what I do on Thursdays. It is related to what I do. And Friday, I wanted something that's completely off the wall, just some completely unrelated content. So on Fridays, it's fun and games. And I talk about things like Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering. I want to talk about board games and movies and music. Oh, we can talk about anything on Fridays. It's a real melting pot of content. But so I think I've expanded this challenge a little bit in the steps. I like this. So this will be my new version. And the reasoning behind this 333 challenge, it's no longer about gaining followers. It's about content reach. The algorithms are changing from follower content to relevant content. We now see content relevant to us, not content that the people we follow post. Excuse me, I had to burp a couple times, and my wife looked at me like, "What are you doing burping?" Anyway, I did mute you guys, so you didn't hear me burp. Anyway, I think she thinks I was just burping on the live. Although I should probably burp on the live because I could probably cut those out as funny little shorts. Right? We now see content relevant to us, not content that the people we follow post. You don't see your friends' content as much because you have trained the algorithm that you like other things. So we hear about people, "Oh, I've been shadow banned and nobody's seeing my content." Well, that's maybe not because you've been shadow banned, but that's because nobody likes your content, or there's not enough people liking your content. And the people that have followed you maybe liked one of your videos or some of your content initially, but they've trained the algorithm that they don't really like your other content. So the algorithm has stopped showing your content to your followers. So telling people to subscribe or follow you, I don't think it's important anymore. Gary Vee doesn't think it's important anymore because he's seen that most of his followers, or most of his views, come from non-followers. Or no, I don't think that's right. What Gary Vee has seen, he might have 1 million followers on a platform following him, but only 15,000 people have seen the content. So that's weird. If someone follows somebody, shouldn't they all see the content? Shouldn't every time Gary Vee posts to a social media where he has a million followers, get a million views on his content, or very close to? If it was true that followers matter, Gary Vee would be getting a million views every time he posts something. But he doesn't. He might only get 10,000 or 15,000 views, and there's a million people following him. So what about the small guy, right? If Gary Vee's not getting 100% of his followers to see his content, if you've got 1,000 followers, I mean, maybe it's your content, right? So when this phenomenon I seen on my LinkedIn, I have almost 12,000 connections on LinkedIn. So in theory, every time I post something, I should get close to 12,000 views or impressions. Right? That makes sense, right? I've got 12,000 people following me. So why ain't I getting those views? What I'm seeing is that I'm getting anywhere from 50 to about 250 views on my content. And that's with almost 12,000 connections. What is going on? It means the LinkedIn algorithm knows that the people that are connected to me or follow me don't like my content. They don't care about HR. They don't care about Indigenous Relations. This isn't the stuff that they're clicking on. These aren't the droids they're looking for, right? So what do I got to do? Well, I've got to post more content, and I've got to get more varied with my content to try to appeal to other people. Or if I'm trying to appeal to that CEO of a company with 50 employees, I mean, he might be a Zennial or a Gen Xer like me, that when he was a teenager, he played Magic the Gathering, so maybe he's interested in Magic the Gathering. And I happen to make a post about Magic the Gathering. And he's going to see me as the Magic the Gathering HR dude. And when he thinks, oh, I need some HR advice, he's going to remember this Magic the Gathering playing HR manager, HR consultant that he can connect with, right? Like, we're people. We have varied interests in life. And the algorithms have now smartened up and said, oh, this is what this person likes, and I want them to stay on my platform. So I'm just going to show them the stuff that they're really interested, that they've proven that they like. And that might not be content from people they follow or they're connected with. I feel like I beat that topic, that dead horse. I beat it really well. If you only have limited time, post more content, but keep it simple. Like, this is, of all the things you could be doing for your business or your side gig, posting more content in this new reality of algorithms, it means more to post content. If I'm sorry to say, if you're a blogger and it takes you a week to get a good blog out, well, that time it takes you to create that one blog, how many short little video clips could you have created and posted? Just kind of talking about the topic of your blog. Each paragraph could be a 10-second long clip that you throw up on TikTok. Right? People are there consuming, and we higher up, I talk about choose the social media websites with the best chance of having your target market. Social media is kind of all over the place. There is a lot of people, a lot of baby boomers on TikTok. They are consuming TikTok. I know my mother-in-law who lives with us downstairs. She's on TikTok. She's on several social media sites and consumes social media. So why wouldn't other parents and grandparents be on the same socials that we are on? So it's almost, we can still kind of say certain things. If you are on, and even just me saying this, it could be wrong at this point. At one point, recently, the people that were on LinkedIn had a higher net worth because it was almost like an executive job search social media. You didn't see paperboys on LinkedIn. You didn't see just construction workers, or you didn't see heavy equipment operators, or you didn't see mechanics. These types of blue collar jobs, yeah, so white collar jobs, the executives, the C-suites, the office people, they were the ones who were on LinkedIn. And on average, these people made more money just because the nature of their work. So the net worth of connections on LinkedIn could still be higher. So if you have a high ticket product you're trying to sell, you might be able to sell it better on LinkedIn. But I think these things are all changing because those same CEO boomers are also on TikTok consuming content over on TikTok, right? So you can't think of TikTok as just something for the youth or just for people who want to record dance videos or voiceovers or something like that, right? So it's what you make it. The stuff you consume and like is what the algorithm is going to start giving you. When you think of TikTok, it's nice because it has the For You page, but it also has the following. So you can click on there and see what is being posted by the people you follow and stuff that's the algorithm is recommending for you. So when I take some time and I look at the stuff of my followers, I am not as entertained as I should be. I followed their stuff, I liked their content one time, but I'm not as entertained to see their new content. And I don't stay on that followers screen very long. I'll watch, I don't know, I'll skip through like 5 or 10, and then I'll switch over to the For You page where the algorithm knows me and it's going to send me stuff. It's going to send me the scare videos. It's going to show me the fail videos with people wiping out. I love the videos where someone wipes out and then someone tries to go to rescue them and they also wipe out. So you end up having like 2 people wipe out at the same time, right? Like the algorithm knows I like that. So that's entertaining to me. So that's what it's going to give me. And now the algorithms are also giving me a lot of Gary Vee videos and Gary Vee shorts and things like that because I'm consuming his content. Oh my God. Okay. Set up some goals. These are or were my goals. Primary goal, get HR monthly contracts or one-time projects. Right? So monthly contracts means small businesses paying me, or $500 a month, and they can send me emails, questions about HR, and I'll answer them. Maybe I'll get on a phone call with them once a month answer their HR questions. And this is great for small businesses, right? And I want to get lots of those. I want to get, you know, 10, 20 clients, each paying me anywhere from, $100 to $1,000 a month, right? This is a big range depending on what they want. They might just want email access to me. They might want one meeting a month. They might want a meeting a week. They might want direct access to my cell phone. And I value my time. So if someone's trying to call me and I've given them access to my cell phone, my direct number, they're going to pay me more, because that's an instant interrupt for my day, compared to if they send me an email at 7 o'clock this morning. I can answer at 9 or 10, right, on my schedule. So when it becomes more time intensive or face to face, I charge more, right? But that's a monthly contract. That's the steady money as a consultant. And the more I can get those monthly contracts, the more I can stabilize my income. Because if you're a consultant in any industry, it is a freaking roller coaster, right? You get this great money one month and you're like, oh my God, oh my God. You get the work done, and then you get nothing for like 3 months. Like, it is scary. It is sad. There's no guarantee you're going to be able to depend on your consulting money. So you've got to get those monthly contracts that just kind of stay there. Now, this is if you're a small time person. If you held a very prominent role, you were CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and you go into consulting, you're probably not going to have any money issues. You're going to make good money. You're going to get the contracts. It's going to be easy for you, right? But I also want one-time projects. And these are, I do a lot of policy work for people. So I'm like creating whole policies, or I'm creating bylaws and creating HR handbooks or whatever, like these bigger projects that take my time to do. Or I'm doing employment engagement surveys for my clients. So I'm a safe third party. I'm protecting the responses from their employees, so um, there's no retaliation by management or the owner, right? I give the information anonymously back to my client in a report, right? And that way everybody's feels safer to give proper feedback to their organization. So it's good to do that through this third party that can protect people. Yeah, my goal. So that's the stuff I really want to do. My secondary goal is to book KAIROS Blanket Exercise, KBEs, or Indigenous Relations workshops, because I'm an HR guy. My love is HR. I want to do HR. But because I'm Indigenous and I have a lived experience and I have the facilitation skills in the KAIROS Blanket Exercise, that's something else. And a lot of these aren't ongoing monthly contracts. These are one-time projects or one-time workshops. I know there's a few organizations that are thinking of getting me in to do, a couple workshops a year so that they can integrate it into their learning program for their staff, so they can start their reconciliation journey for their employees. Right? These are my secondary goals. Just because I have this skill, so I've chosen some sort of secondary goal. And my tertiary goal: sell my cheap ebooks or Fiverr gigs. and I have multiple eBooks that I've written, especially on human resources, and I do have one out there for Indigenous Relations, but I don't think I currently have it set up on my website for sale. Now these cheap ebooks, $7, $47, these type of things, and it is kind of, they're the gateway drug, right? They're my loss leader. I've put all kinds of my knowledge into these books. I've created a one-time thing, kind of like what I'm doing with this 333 challenge document. And I think this is going to be just a giveaway to get people on my email list. I don't think I want to sell this. Maybe I'll sell it for $5. Nah. I should put some affiliate links in there. Then I can make some affiliate links. But so I want to sell these additional things, and I've been on Fiverr for a long time, and I'm now a level 1 Fiverr seller. There's level 0, level 1, level 2, and I think level 3, but they call it something else. Let me just look at the Fiverr website. Yeah, so there's a new freelancer or Fiverr seller that's just new, and then there's level 1, and then there's level 2, and then there's top rated. So level 3, well, technically it's their 4th level. They're top rated. So I'm only at level 1, and it's taken me a few years to get there because I'm selling relatively cheap. I'm selling relatively cheap products or services on Fiverr. This is your freelancing skills, the things you can do to help somebody else. And in order to get to level 1, you got to have a certain rating and success score and help a certain amount of unique clients and do a certain amount of jobs or orders, and you got to get to a certain amount of earnings. So for Canada, it's $577.37. That is your total sales on the website. So I've got that, and I'm working towards my level 2, where in Canada I need to have earned $2,886.87, and I'm close. I'm at $2,300.64. I'm getting close to getting level 2. And let me share this window. It should be, no, not closed. So I'll stop sharing this real quick, and I will share this window. Look out, it's going crazy. I'll go to my Fiverr tab. There you go. Hopefully, oh god, I don't know if it looks all right. No, that's terrible. I think it might be terrible. Let's stop. Let's open a new browser window and go to Fiverr there, and then I'll share that new browser window. Share that. See what it looks like. Oh, that looks pretty good. I forgot I put myself in the little window down at the bottom. Anyway, so you can see I'm on level 1. I've made this level 1 stuff, and now I got more than enough orders, more than enough unique clients, more than enough success score, more than enough rating, more than enough response, but I don't have enough earnings. you can see the difference. I am, this is 500, 288, 6.87 minus 2300.64. So that, I messed up my calculation. This was terrible. It's like I don't even know how to use a calculator. You know what? I blame school for this because they gave me that bullshit that I would never have a calculator with me on a daily basis. But I do. So $586.23. That's what I need to get to the next level on Fiverr, selling my gigs. What? You are sending to your sister. What am I sending? No, I'm not sending you any money. Get out of here. I've made that $2,300 basically over the last, I think, 7 years I've been on Fiverr. Like, it's been a long time since I actually started making money on Fiverr. So it's kind of slow going because the things I sell aren't that popular. And they're like dirt cheap. I'm like $5-10 to do the gig. Right? And so it's not like I made that $2,300 last week or anything. This is total lifetime earnings on the Fiverr website. So quit trying to scam my little bit of money that I get. Terrible sister. What a terrible sister, just trying to steal my money. I don't know. People seem to think I make a lot of money. Last year, my consulting business, I paid myself just over $4,000. I made $4,000 all last year. It was a rough year last year. I'm doing much better this year, and I'm hoping with what I'm doing with the 333 challenge, I'm hoping that I can do a lot better this year. So here's the 333 challenge again. So these are kind of my 3 goals with this challenge. These are the things I want to get done. So my goal isn't to generate more followers or connections in this new social media reality with these algorithms. I don't care about followers or connections anymore. Now on LinkedIn, I'm still, every day I connect anywhere from 8 to 16 people. I say, hey, do you want to connect, right? And I just do it because it's become habit over the last 6 years or so since I started trying to build my LinkedIn up. I'm still doing it, but it's not important, and that's not the point. That's not one of my goals. And my goal also isn't to just get views or go viral. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. If for me, I think going viral is getting, 5,000 plus views on a piece of content. That's going viral for me. Because right now, like I say, my content is getting anywhere from 50 to 250 views, and that's normal for me. Some of my shorts will easily get 1,000 to 2,000 views, but that's about it. So for me, a short would also be 5,000, 10,000 views. No, the sheet you was filling out. Oh, yeah, I can send it to you, Joy. There's no problem. I thought she was trying to scam me money. But yeah, I can send you a copy of this. No problem. You're my sister. That's what I do for my big sister. No, she probably meant money. She's backtracking. I know that's what's going on. This is what family's all about, right? Yeah, I can send that to you. Uh, Note, none of my posts, articles, videos, or images will include direct sales calls to action. I avoid all sales and opt to give free value. The idea is that I build trust and clients or sales will come later. So I'm not directly, or I'm not on purpose trying to make content. I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to do these 5 pieces of content and they're all calls to action for people to click on my affiliate link or something like that. If there's a call to action for something, it's just going to come naturally, right? If I had an affiliate program for Restream, I'd probably create a QR code and I'd just pop it up in a corner every time I talked about Restream.io, right? But I don't. So the idea is give free value. So we talk about, but I don't want to give away all my ideas. I don't want to, I want to get paid for my stuff. Well, I got news for you. Nobody is consuming 100% of your content 100% of the time. So if you're talking about a different aspect of your service or product in each piece of content, it's going to be near impossible for someone to like recreate all your tips and stuff. You know, in this, when I think about HR, okay, I can give all kinds of these tips on how to fix a toxic workplace and things like that. But the reality is, the general tips in HR may not help you 100% of the time. You may still need to get a hold of me and we're going to talk about your particular situation. And we're going to brainstorm some ideas that are good for your business and your situation, because every situation in business is different. I can only give general tips. I can't give specific end all be all, this is the holy grail, this is what you need to do, right? I can't do that. Nobody can do that because every business is different. So even all this stuff, this is all general that I'm talking about here. You need to choose, right? There's room in this 333 challenge for you to adapt it to your business, your side gig, your followers, your target market, right? Everything's kind of adaptable. But you gotta not be scared to give that free value. If someone really wants to pay you money for what service you're doing, if you're a consultant like me, they will pay you money to do it because they just don't have the time to watch all your videos, recreate the plan, and then implement it themselves. They don't have the time. Nobody has the time for that. Some people, oh yeah, there's going to be some people, they're going to try to do it. Good on them. You created some great value for that. But you haven't lost 10,000 customers because you're creating value, right? Because that person was too cheap and they weren't going to pay you nothing anyway, right? So whatever, might as well have them get some free stuff, and then maybe down the road they'll say, hey, I got my info from this dude, go get it, it's all free, right? He just name dropped you. That's valuable. My sister's talking about needing gas money. No, I knew that's where you were going. I need gas money also, my God. So, right, that's kind of a big thing. You're not trying to just sell people. That's not the point of creating this content. So I've created a list of stuff that I do, and I think I'm completely not following this anymore. You're going to have to come up with your own schedule. And I think I'm just going to delete this whole schedule part. because I've stopped recording this video in the morning. I'm going to, in its place, I'm going to start doing the 365 random challenge, and I'm just gonna video stuff around the house, or me doing something stupid or whatever, right? Like it's gonna change, because now that I've paid for the upgraded version of Restream.io, I'm creating these, and now I'm creating at least 5 more shorts out of each one of these. So when you think about it, I got the stream, and I got 5 more pieces of content from that stream. So I'm doing at least 6 pieces of content every day I have a stream. And with the random, that's 7 pieces of content I'm doing every day. And of course, occasionally I'll make a written post, so that might be 8 pieces of content per day. And I'm trying to do at least 1 article on LinkedIn, so that might be up to 9 pieces of content. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So lost track. That could be 9 pieces of content I'm putting on LinkedIn on at least 1 day a week, right? And I'm also trying to pre-program stuff on the weekends. So it's hard to get the weekends, because I don't want to do anything on the weekends. I want my weekends off, but I've got to try to get up in the morning and do some sort of content, and try to get to at least that 3 for Saturday and Sunday. And I think a good thing for me is I think my plan is to start writing 2 pieces of written content for each day on the weekends, short little posts about certain HR topics or Indigenous Relations topic or whatever. And I'll put those, and I'll program those out to schedule on Saturdays and Sundays. And then I will also do one of the random videos. But that doesn't necessarily cover all my social media platforms. So it can be tough. It can be tough. Who knows? Maybe I will start going live first thing Saturday mornings. I mean, I have been trying to gather my old comic books, and I still got to go through my magic cards, and I want to go live on Whatnot, and that live on Whatnot, I'm thinking I can have my camera set up, or my phone set up, and I'm live on Whatnot on my phone, but I'm still doing a restream video that's going live to my other platforms. And I can say, hey, follow me on Whatnot to purchase this, and I'll just keep that Whatnot link up, the sales link that gives you $15 to purchase, right? And I'll just send traffic over to my Whatnot. And I'm thinking of doing that on Saturdays, but I was also thinking maybe during the week in the evening. I don't know. I still haven't decided. I gotta round up my all my ducks and make them look good, right? So I'm already like this morning schedule and stuff. This is I've already blown this all out, and I think everybody can just create their own schedule. Content creation tips: learn AI, program ChatGPT or another AI to be an expert in your business or industry. Get it to research your industry. Drag and drop Word documents into the chat to share sales information or anything else you've created. Ask it to ask you questions about your business and industry if it may need to better understand your goals. After it is trained, you can ask it to generate posts and articles and recommended images to accompany them. you can have ChatGPT or Canva AI to generate these images for you. Now, I do pay for ChatGPT and I do pay for Canva AI because I'm using them so much. So I want to be able to get the best versions of them. And these AI tools, these are wicked awesome, right? And I could shrink this up onto one page. Maybe here. Ooh. Yeah, so I got it down to 2 pages. Got rid of all that schedule stuff. It was really just for me to think about what the schedule I'm doing, but I've got a schedule now, and I seem to be doing pretty well with it. I just need to tweak what I'm doing and remember to do stuff. But it is, I mentioned in a previous live stream, it is different for me because I do feel like I'm working every day. As a consultant, you don't always get that feeling. It's kind of like an idle hand situation. Should I just watch a movie today? Not tell anyone I didn't do any work because I'm a consultant. I'm my own boss. I know at lunchtimes when I'm sitting down to eat, I'll take my phone and I'll watch some YouTube videos or I'll watch my favorite TV shows while I'm eating. Kind of a guilty pleasure. But I feel like I'm really working now. And that's a good thing. It's good to feel like you're working. Yeah. Learn AI. I can't stress that enough. AI is here to stay. There is some environmental concerns with the amount of power and water for cooling that AI is using, these big computer systems that they're building. And there's at least one in Alberta so far, and I think they're planning on building more. So trying to think of, that environmental impact, it's there, yes. And I did write a LinkedIn article about that. I kind of talk about the bad side of AI. But next week I'll have an article that I also wrote, part 2, showing the positive way forward, how we can make sure we are addressing those power and water consumption needs of AI as we move into the future, because it's here, man. It's here. It's going to stay. And if you're going to do anything to advance your career whatsoever, learn AI. Spend an hour a day learning AI, learning a different AI tool. Ask AI, ask your ChatGPT, what are the top AI programs that you can learn, and go learn them. It's interesting. You're asking an AI to tell you about AI. Learn it. Don't be scared of it. Just be aware that there's environmental impacts that are coming with it that we also need to address with our political vote, right? Anyway, I think this is good for now. I'm gonna highlight this. Take the 335 random challenge post. Right. This is now version 1.2. Wow. I'll save it. I'll save it off screen. You don't need to see that. I'll stop sharing. I'm big again in your face. So there. Neener. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. That's my marketing right now. It's just posting social media content, concentrating on the video content. Even though I'm a terrible speaker, Sometimes I mumble. Sometimes I mispronounce words. Sometimes I swear. You know, it's just gonna happen. So I'm not here, to teach your 5-year-old. So if you got kids in the background, tell them to get the fuck out of the room, because they don't need to hear me cussing all day. What do we got? What do we got here? Just looking through some of my links that I can pop up. Of course, I'm going to pop this one up. This is your Whatnot link. This is a seller link if you want to sell on Whatnot. If you can sell up to $150 in your first week of joining Whatnot, they will match you $150. So you'll sell $150 worth of stuff, but make $300. This is a good link, especially if you need to make some money in the next week. Take it easy with Whatnot. Plan to have 5 to 10 items ready to go, and just go live until you sell those 5 to 10 items. The big thing that the Whatnot people do is they offer a giveaway. So anyone who's watching their live stream as they're selling their sneakers, they say, now we got this free gift. If you want it, you've got to sign up for the free for the free giveaway. And in order for them to sign up to the free giveaway, they got to click on this link on the screen. Excuse me, more burps. When they click on that button, they have to join, apply. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. To enter. In order for them to enter, they gotta click this button, and then they gotta follow you. They have to follow you on Whatnot. And then they're entered. And then Whatnot will automatically, out of all the people that entered, it'll choose the winner. And then you send this free product to them. And it's, depending on where they are, basically you're paying for the shipping yourself to send out this free gift. But I saw on Gary V's live, Tea with Gary V, he's talking business, but he's giving away his V-Friends cards and stuff. And he's got 500 people at a time entering. And a bunch of them haven't followed him yet, so they have to follow him. So now the good thing about having followers on Whatnot is that when you do go live and you start your show, everyone is notified that your show is started. So all your followers know that, oh my God, you're selling more of this product, and they love it, and they want some more of it. Okay. So that's a neat way to build it. And what Gary V also does is he's going live on his other platforms at the same time. So that's what I want to do too. So I'll go live here on Restream, and you'll see me like this. But then over here where my light currently is, there's my fancy light. It's up on my little tripod I have on my desk. But this tripod is actually my cell phone holder. See? My cell phone clamps into that clamp. And so that's where I'm going to go live on Whatnot with my cell phone. But at the same time, I'm going live everywhere else on my computer, and I'm telling people, go to Whatnot, join up for this free gift, right? So I'm kind of waiting to do it, just so I have more people used to the fact that I do go live on all my social media, and I am going live on Whatnot. And I think I might be reading too much or thinking too hard on this. Should I just be going live on Whatnot at the exact same time I'm going live for everything else? Like, that makes sense. Or should I make fun and games my Whatnot live on Friday? So I talk about fun and games, but I'm actually doing my live on Whatnot at the same time. That might be something. That might be a way to do it. Then I'm not doing an extra recording on Saturdays, or right, and I can spend the week getting the stuff I want to sell. And so what if I sell out? Oh well, at least I'm going live and I made X amount of dollars. And I think selling my comic books, I mean, I'm doing these for free right now. I'm not getting paid by anyone for being here, physically doing this. Nobody's paying me. I'm probably not even paying myself because I'm a broke small business owner, right? So that's why I pop up these links and say, hey man, go there. I'll get like $10 or something. Like, maybe don't make that voice again, because that made me cough, put a tickle in my throat. But I think that's good. I think Fridays, maybe I'll start going live on Whatnot at the same time. And I'll just run through my products and I'll talk about fun and games. God, that's an amazing idea. Why didn't I think of that before? And I had created an extra streaming logo with the pre-made thumbnail and stuff for me going live on Whatnot. But I could just update the Fridays Whatnot, or the Fridays live stream, and say also live on Whatnot. Maybe put the QR code in there also. That's a good idea. But it scares me. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared to go live and sell. I'm scared I'm gonna just fumble. It's gonna be a terrible show, and people are gonna want refund funds and stuff like that, right? So it's funny. I'm not scared to do this. I'm not scared to be live right now. It's kind of comforting that my sister is creeping on the show and watching me do this. Yes, do Whatnot live too, my sister says. However, would there be a viewing at lunchtime for Whatnot? So many questions. Do it viewing at lunchtime. Well, I was thinking of just changing my Friday live from just being a live about fun and games to a live about fun and games while I'm selling on Whatnot. Throughout the week, during my lives, I could say, hey, I got these comic books I'm going to sell this Friday, and this original Vision Quest comic from Canada, it sells in the United States anywhere from $20 to $50. And, I'm going to sell that on Friday. And so come check it out. And then come Friday, I have that item added to my Whatnot already. And I've got it set up for the auction to start at like $5 something, and see if I can sell it. So that's great. I think that's something that I could be doing, because my plan is to actually move, once I get rid of these old comics. See, there's a stack over here also behind me. Once I get rid of these old comics, they don't mean anything to me. They're just stuff I purchased when I was a kid or a teenager from the 80s and 90s, right? So once I get rid of all that, what am I going to do, right? I wanted to do magic cards. I'm really interested in magic cards, Magic the Gathering. And I saw this one guy do this great Whatnot show where he was opening the booster packs and he had pre-sold 10 slots, and I think he was selling them for $59 US. So he had to pre-sell all 10 of these for $59. So he made, $59 times 10. He made $590. And then, in order to sell it, he said, these are the booster packs that I'm opening. And we're going to sort these out based on the number in the corner. In the corner of the magic card. Just a sec. I gotta grab a magic card and show you. So, okay. I'm going blind. I can't see this card. So this card, it might be different than what he had going on, but there's, I think with the new magic cards, there's numbers, right? It's a number out of how many in the set. So this magic card is 164 of 297. And there's a C, so maybe that's a different version. I gotta learn more. But anyway, so you can see this number here. I don't know if that's backwards on your screen or not. But anyway, it is 164. And he had slots between 0 and 9. So he sold 10 slots. So he pulled out the booster pack, ripped it open, and pulled each card out. And based on that last number, 164. So this one went into slot number 4. And that person got that card. He would send all the cards that went into their slot at the end of the show. And he had just like 50 of these booster packs or something that he was opening up. And I think they might have been from different expansion packs. They might have been the basics or whatnot. But so I wanted to do something like that. Like, that seems fun because he'd pull it out and the cards would go into different stacks between 0 and 9. So there'd be 10 of them, right? Because you either had 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Right? So there was 10 different slots. So he pre-sold these slots and then proceeded to open up the packs and sell them. And I think that's so cool. I mean, that might be something I'd like to do. And I could do that with my old magic cards. And instead of $60, I could, the older cards. Some of them are worth a little bit more money if they're in good shape. Then, they'd get these. I'd just grab like a stack of the cards, random stack of cards, and say, everyone who pays $10, right? 10 times 10, I made $100 just now. And now I'm just sorting out the cards based on the number on the card. Because if you look at this one, the Drifting Meadow, this is 320 out of 350 cards. So this would go into the 0 slot, this Drifting Meadow. So it's a neat way to do it. So you get creative with if you're going to use whatnot. And then there's the whole free gift aspect. So once I run out of all my old cards, I actually want to go and purchase a box of new stuff. And I'll do similar sorts of things. But I will have like a booster pack. And maybe 5 booster packs and give them away as a free gift. and they had to join the giveaway and stuff like that, right? So that's a good way to build your audience, some sort of giveaway. I'm just thinking of my sister. So if Joy started up her Whatnot account, she's got some cool craft items. Well, she's selling the big stuff, like this dragon. Ooh. She's like a fidget 3D printed dragon. He's pretty cool. I love him. He's noisy. Hear him there on my desk. Well, she's selling this in an auction, starting her auction at whatever her minimum price would be that she's happy to sell it for. I think we bought this from her for 25 bucks. I think that's pretty nifty. Maybe she puts it at auction for, 10 bucks or something so that people can see that they're getting a deal. That's great. And then Whatnot, based on the weight, will add on shipping. So she's got to like weigh all her items and see what it is so she can make enough money to cover shipping. And if she's doing a giveaway, I mean, my niece has these cool sticker packs. Oh, I opened them up and checked them out. She's got these sticker packs that she sells for 10 bucks. This could be so these could be her giveaway, and that's an easy thing to give away because it's light, it's small. She can just fit that into almost a standard size envelope. She could rework these so they fit easily into a standardized envelope and ship these away as a free gift. These are quick. These are awesome. I'm gonna make a sticker board or something back here one day and put all my stickers on it. I love stickers. But anyway, my sister just made another comment here. Because of last Friday's live, my niece Shay, this is my sister's oldest daughter, spent the weekend checking prices on all her cards. What type of cards does she collect? I think she's into anime, so I don't know what the name of these cards are. Maybe Pokemon cards, says my wife. I'm not sure. But these are collectible things, right? So they could be worth something. Now, if Shay gave all these or a bunch of cards to Joy to sell on Whatnot for her, she could say, "Hey, Mom, this drifting meadow is currently worth $5. You could start the auction at $2." Right? You always want to kind of give that value. Someone could get it at a cheaper price. Oh my God. Or she could say, these are just basic cards, Mom. Here's a stack of 20. You could start an auction for $3 or something, $4, right? And just you could explain the different cards that are in there. I know with Magic the Gathering, you could create a deck to use, and you could say a pre-made deck with these cards, and we're going to start selling it at $50 or something, right? Like, so she could be doing the same sort of stuff. And her giveaway could be, 5, 10 basic cards. And you get more followers. So I think that's the big freebie thing. It's just everybody who enters. That's the one I'm going to use. You can... there's 2 other free giveaways you can do, and that's just for anyone watching the show. But then there's no benefit to you. They're not following you. And there's also just for purchasers. So anyone who purchased anything during the show, they get an opportunity to win the free prize. Now, legally, that's too much like gambling. So on Whatnot, anyone who wants to enter um, that free giveaway they don't have to buy something, but if they want to enter, they got to fill out a form through Whatnot, and they can enter it. So it's kind of a good option, but not as good as the other giveaway where you're just asking everybody to follow you. Pokemon cards. My niece Shay has Pokemon cards. So I don't know how long she's been collecting Pokemon cards. I don't know if she's got some gooders in there. Right, you got options. I don't know if Pokemon cards have numbers on them too, like the Magic cards have numbers, like the card number, because there's usually a couple hundred per set, and this is 250 out of 300, 320 out of 350 cards. So this is number 320 out of that set. And as new sets come out, then there's different cards in the set. So Pokemon cards might have that same setup. So she might have 500 cards she's not using, and she might say, let's sell a slot for $20, and we'll do the same sort of thing, 0 to 9, and we'll just take a stack of her Pokemon cards, and based on the card number, it'll go into the 1 of 10 slots. But I don't know what the number setup is on Pokemon cards, so I don't know if that'll work or not. But I think that's pretty neat. There's an option there. If you got this stuff and it's not really sentimental, but it's a collectible, then maybe you want to sell it. Good way to make a little bit of money. And once you get some initial money, like my plan, once I get rid of a whole bunch of these old cards and get rid of all the old comics, I think I want to hit garage sales and thrift stores. And because I have seen packs of, my wife's like looking at me like, we're not going to no garage sale.
I'm just wondering when you're doing that with all of the other stuff you have on.
I don't know. It was Saturday morning, Sunday mornings, whenever people garage sale, right? During the winter, I could just be doing thrift stores. But anyway, I have seen packs of Magic cards at the thrift stores in the past. So I don't know how prevalent they are now. But they'll sell like this baggie full of cards for like $5 or something like that. And there could be something valuable in there. Or it could be just really cheap stuff that I could resell and whatnot. And the alternative is to, every time there's a new set of Magic cards that come out, I go buy a new box of cards, and they usually come out anywhere $150 to $200, right? And then I can use individual booster packs as giveaways, or I can do that thing where you rip them open and you put them in the 10 slots, or maybe I just sell one booster pack at a time and I open up the booster pack on the screen so everybody can see it. Why are you mean to your wife? Says JJ. I don't know who this JJ is exactly. I'm not mean to her. We are very funny people, and she is a very funny person, and we joke all day long. We get along very well. JJ, I do know a couple JJs in my life, so I don't know if it's one of those JJs or if it's some other JJ, but I've found a very good wife. She's very funny, and I'm very funny, and she absolutely hates me being funny, and that's me being funny. We get along very well. Why are you mean to your wife? I am not mean to my wife, and she'll be the first to say I'm not mean to her. So, thanks for that great comment. That was a good sidetrack on the show. But JJ, thanks for watching the show. Joy, thanks for watching the show. It's kind of digressed into a complete mess here. Maybe I need to structure my shows better. Maybe I just need more people commenting and asking questions. Or maybe people want to come onto the show and stream with me. We can get both of us up on screen and argue about stuff. I think a big thing is any of my streams, I would welcome a business and they can come on, they can do a quick talk about their business and we can have some questions back and forth, and you can give me questions that you want me to ask, or I can do totally random questions. Totally open to this stuff, right? Because any sort of business might need HR support, might want to talk about Indigenous Relations stuff, or on Wednesdays when we're talking gigs and hustles, maybe you just want to talk about how do I market my small business? How do I market this? What? And I could ask, how are you marketing right now? And maybe I can help you tweak that, or maybe you can help me tweak my methods, right? I don't know. But certainly there's options for people. Like I said, you want to join Whatnot, you get $150 for the first $150 you sell. So you could make $300 in the first week. And I think we're winding down the show. I gotta get a better image for my sister's company. This is my sister Joy, who's been in the comments most of the show. Her Indigenous crafts business is called Unbound Creations. And like I say, the stuff I showed you so far, like this cool dragon, she's got those. And my nieces put stuff into the business. My mom put stuff into the business. My mom is a traditional Indigenous beater and moccasin maker, and I wear her moccasins basically every day. Here's one of her moccasins, well worn. This is a bear paw vamp she created for me. So that's my left foot, and this is how dirty it is because I wear them all the time. She does that sort of stuff and some really intricate beading. There's some cheap stuff. She's got some earrings and some cool pins. But she also does the big, I don't want to say mandolins. No. What's that? What's that called? Pendant. Oh, it hangs around your neck. Oh, necklace, but it's a big thing. I can't think. So anyway, she makes those, and this goes to my sister's Facebook group. Join the group and connect with her, and maybe she'll be able to sell you some stuff. And maybe when she gets on Whatnot, she'll sell some of that stuff on Whatnot. Just make sure you're selling them for the absolute minimum you would accept. You don't have to start every auction off at $1 if you've got a $300 piece of craft, right? You don't start it off at $1. Start that $350 off at, I don't know, $200-$300, right? You want to be able to get a decent amount, but still be able to give a deal. So it's okay to start it higher. You're talking about my niece's Pokemon cards. Don't start it at $1. If a card is worth $5, I'd probably start at $2 or $3, because that person could still get some value out of that card, and they could resell it themselves or make it part of their set, right? Indigenous crafts. That's my sister, Unbound Creations. And what else we got? I don't know. We're not going to take any more questions, I don't think. What's a new QR code? If you need to book a meeting with me about HR, Indigenous Relations, or you want to do some sort of networking, or you want to be on the live stream with me, I do weekdays 11:30 to 1:30 or until I feel like it. Follow this link, use this QR code. It'll take you to my calendar link and you can book a time with me. And of course, I've got to ask, if you got any value out of the show today or any of my lives or any of my content, please go to Google and give me a 5-star review, because Google reviews are still the gold star in reviews on the internet. So any extra review really helps. Thank you very much. So we're going to end the show. We're going to end the stream. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Joy. Pendants. That's what she said. That thing that hangs down. It's called a pendant. Did I say pendant? Oh, that felt really Dungeons and Dragons to me. So pendant didn't feel right, because you get a pendant on Dungeons and Dragons that's like a magical pendant, and it gives you +3 when attacking or whatever, right? And that's magical. So it didn't feel right for Indigenous crafts. So thank you, Joy, for doing that. Thank you, JJ, for showing up and accusing me of being mean to my wife. That's fantastic. I guess no publicity. No, all publicity is good, even if it's bad, right? So anyway, I'm going to end the live stream. Thanks, everybody.